here in Milwaukee. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox and the Milwaukee Brewers. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, all eyes on him today after his incredible performance in the last one.
Yeah, Boog, that was one of the best hitting displays I've seen in a while. My man was in the zone. He's able to carry that momentum over to today. We're in for a show on MLB The Show.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the mound today, Brandon Woodruff. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help. The offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Sam Antonacci, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is fouled back.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Ball two.
And a big swing and a miss. That's off the mark. Full count now. That one misses.
Ball four. Take your
so
base.
A leadoff walk.
Batting second, the catcher, number 8, Kyle.
Here comes the 0-1. Runner on the go. Now this one gets away from the catcher. Antonacci into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, he's batting leadoff, and he's acting like a traditional leadoff hitter. Gets on base to start the game, then puts himself on second with a nice stolen bag. I think that sets the tone for the offense for sure.
Hit hard, base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. And ball one. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they still got both their challenges. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the second game of the series.
That's a ball.
Hamilton tosses to first. What a pick to save the play and get the first out. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Grichuk went deep in his most recent game.
No.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
So far, all we've seen in this at-bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Ball.
Next
Ball.
one misses, and it's 3-2. Man at second. This is smacked left field line. Should be extra bases. In comes the run from second. The relay throw. It's an RBI double, and it's 2-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's the shortstop, Colson Montgomery. Second in the AL in home runs. What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Ball one.
Sliced hard but foul. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ball.
That one missed.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
This one in the air center field. And that is that. But 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the White Sox 2 and the Brewers nothing. You're watching White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And getting to start for the White Sox, Davis Martin. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
On the ground to the left. Throws to first in time. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him. Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Swing and a miss.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. That's out number 2.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Hey.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Antonacci settles underneath it, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Back here at American Family Field. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Miguel Vargas steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off. That's through there for a strike. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
That one not close. Ball 2. Next pitch is outside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 3-2. Payoff pitch. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. Foul ball there. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. A changeup missing. Ball 1.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
In the dirt, blocked. Vargas gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Not close with that one, and the count's full.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. In the dirt. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the second. Swings through that.
Ball. Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. Just off the inside edge. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Here's Ortiz for 1. On the ball.
Got him. That's an out.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Looking for his first big league hit right here. And a foul ball. That one finds the corner. No balls, 2 strikes.
Ball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down. And down on strikes. And that is that. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the White Sox 2. And back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the inning, Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers.
Inside.
Chourio matched a homer in his last game. Fouled off. He was late. comes up empty. That's strike two. Got him swinging.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Strike one. And that skips into dirt.
No.
Pitch
Ball
misses. Ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Digging in, Sal Frelick popped up, and that's the 3rd out. Back here at American Family Field, on to the 3rd inning, Kyle Teel steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Boog, I can't even keep track of how many full counts we've had in this one. I've messed up my scorebook because there have been so many, and you know my scorebook is a work of art.
Strike 2.
No,
really
that's
good
a ball.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Teel aboard here at first with nobody out. Next
No,
pitch is
that's a ball.
outside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Randall Grichuk now. He doubled home a run in his first AB.
Randall Grichuk.
That misses the zone. Ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. And that is out of play.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Swinging a foul straight back. Misses
Ball.
inside. Full count now. So
That's a ball.
Puts
Take your
runners
base.
at first and second.
Well, he's been in a very giving mood today. Hitless today, but after seeing what he did last game, I'm sure it's just a matter of time, dude. Always a dangerous guy when at the plate.
On the ground, out to short. The flip. Here's one. Double play.
Out of there.
What a twin killing to end the inning. So they can't do anything. Back here in Milwaukee, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Garrett Mitchell up now for the Brewers.
Ball 1. Ball.
That misses
Ball.
the
No.
zone, and it's 3-0. Right through there for a strike.
Those are the pitches that make you wonder if this offense is being too patient with their approach. Lots of fastballs in for strikes, not even a swing. They're more than capable.
Oh, look at this. To his knee, the throw
Out of there.
On the money. Nice play.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop, gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Fastball for a strike. Comes up empty.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a bouncer. Montgomery slings to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the third baseman, David Hamilton.
First good strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
No.
Close, but called a ball. And a count 2-1. Looked like a strike to me. And here comes the challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
That's a ball.
Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching. On to the 4th, leading off, Luis Angel Acuna. And that one fouled off. Check swing didn't go. Now 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for the Brewers. Chad Patrick preparing to come on if needed. Ashby, the power lefty, up as well. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. And there's a foul ball. Fought off foul. The 0-2.
Ball.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Ground ball up the middle. Ortiz. Now the throw to first on the run.
No, you're out.
Got him. Nice play. Well, they are going to challenge the call, and so now the decision will be made by the umpires at the replay center back in New York.
Ladies and gentlemen,
here's a final look at it. They called him out, and I'm thinking it's going to stay that way.
I think you're right. And
now here is Chase Mydroff. 0-1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Ball 2.
That
Ball
one
3.
misses, and the count's full. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Bottom 0-4. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Takes it in for the out.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Fastball for a strike. The Brewers yet to pick up a hit here.
Ball outside. Ball 2.
And that is cut on and missed. 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The White Sox leading by 2. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. In the air, left field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Brewers.
So digging in, William Contreras. Fly to left his first time.
Ball 1.
Hit on the ground to the right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Hit in the air, center field. Acuna under it. And that'll do it. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Chad Patrick. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season.
Ball, no.
The 1-2.
Ball.
Next
Ball.
offering misses down and away.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 down.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
A little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swings and misses. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Pulls in with a double. 3rd hit for him today.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
So runner at second, 2 down. Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Runner at second, 2 down. And we're at the top of the 5th. Close
Ball.
one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep both their challenges.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Got him. And that will end the inning. So one left for the White. Back here at American Family Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Andrew Vaughn up now for the Brewers. There's a line drive to left field. And Tanachi should have this one. One up, one down. That's ripped into the outfield. Got it. Nice grab. And there are two down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner. But
here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. His first homer of the year, and they've got their first run. It's 2-1.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy.
Ortiz in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. To third. Play made, that ends the inning. But the Brewers get one back on the solo home run. Back here in Milwaukee. Close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. So here's the cleanup hitter, Randall Grichuk.
The right fielder, Randall Grichuk.
You know, these White Sox putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Up next for the White Sox, the shortstop, Colson Montgomery.
Wells. Deep right field, way back and out of here. He'll take a jog around the bases. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Now, Luis Angel Acuna. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Gets him to chase after that one.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Ball.
And that's a little high. That misses. Full count now. In the air, right field. Freeland settles under this one. 2 away.
Up next in Chicago, the third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No, outside.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Ball 2.
That's
Ball
outside.
3.
Ball 3. That's a good
Ball
at bat
4.
right
Take
there.
your
He
base.
was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Second baseman.
So up next for Chicago, Chase Mydroff. A strikeout and a walk.
That's a check.
Mydroff
Did he
checks
go?
his swing. Now an appeal to first. He did not go around. And the 1-0. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
He made that look easy.
So the Brewers bring on a new pitcher from the pen, Aaron. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Ball, that hit him.
Up next for the White Sox.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup. Sam Antonacci, the next to hit. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. Got one close, rule the ball. And it's 1-0. Movement in Milwaukee's bullpen. Jarrett Koenig, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Kuno getting loose as well.
That's
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Just
down.
missed.
Brugge, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Up next in Chicago.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. The White Sox trying to break this one open, and we're the top half of the 6th. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And that's outside. Out to short. Sends it to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 2 runs on 2 hits. One of them left the yard. 9-1 and 2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. White Sox 4. Back here in Milwaukee, bottom of the 6th. David Hamilton up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
No, that's a ball.
In the air to left center. And there's one down.
Ball.
Next
No,
offering
that's
misses.
a ball.
2 balls, no strikes. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The White Sox leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Comes a 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings through it for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. 2 outs, base is empty. Next for Milwaukee, Christian Yelich.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Bounce to third. Vargas fires across the diamond. Yelich is out. That's out number 3. Back here at American Family Field, top of inning number 7, Munetaka Murakami steps to the plate for the White Sox. Drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. His 2nd of the year, and they add a run. It's 5-1.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little wag to it. Carried out nicely.
Ball one.
Well, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Ball, no.
That
Ball.
one misses, and now 3-0. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. That's ball
Take your base.
4.
Ball
Tried
4.
another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there. Picking up where he left off last game, Boog. Really comfortable in the box. You can see it in his body language. There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Comes up empty. Grichuk gets his lead at first with nobody out.
No, inside.
Next
Ball
pitch
2.
is outside. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the White Sox, the center fielder, Luis Angel Acuna.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2 again. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. That's the second out.
I simply said, this guy's...
And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Jarrett Koenig.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
This one in the air right field. And it stays fair. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
The batter, number 10, second baseman.
Now it's going to be Chase Maedron.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
In the air right field. Freeland moving under this one. And that is that. But the White Sox get 1 on a homer. 7th inning stretch time. You're watching White Sox baseball on the show, Chicago. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Brewers catcher now, William Contreras.
Well, the bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Ground ball left side. Slings to first in time. Yeah, that's fouled off. The White Sox leading by 4 here, the bottom of the 7th. Bounced up the middle. Bounces into the outfield for a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Now here is Andrew Vaughn.
Ball.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
2-0. Line drive, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
That's in for a strike.
No. This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
2 on, 1 out. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
Stepping in, Garrett Mitchell. He's already homered in this game. Manager out of the dugout. New arm out of the bullpen, Ryan Hudson.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this. Tough situation right here. It's so important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Yeah, the lefty with the 0-1.
Ball.
Bases loaded, 1 away.
Ball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Tying run at the plate. That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2. Goes down looking.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Nothing happening on the bases, though. 2 outs, bases are full.
No.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. That one missed. Chorio at third. Vaughn on second. Freeland at first. 2 out of the inning. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. That one misses, and that'll bring home a run.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
This one in the air, center field. Acuna moving under it, and that ends the inning. So they get 1. Back here in Milwaukee, we go to the 8th. Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate for the White Sox. Late with the swing there. Swing and a miss. Just missing there. Ball 1.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, too. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Just missed. That one 95 to finish him off. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And it's 0-2. Inside, almost got him.
Ball, that's down.
And he chases that one. 2 down.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th.
That's a check.
Tries to
what do you
check
got?
his swing. Now a look to third. Nope, he held back. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
That's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the bottom of the 8th. Here's the leadoff man for the Brewers, Bryce Terang.
Ball inside.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Ball
right
2.
now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And a quick out, number 1.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Antonacci under this one. And there's 2 away. So up next, William Contreras. 1 for 3.
Ball 1. Hee-haw!
The White Sox leading by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one in the air right field, and that will fall. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. First pitch swinging.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across, because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
That's in there. And the count is 0-2. Tapped softly on the ground. Sneaks through, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the Brewers.
Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Vaughn. Swing and he popped it up. That is the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Joel Kuhnel. That one in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kuhnel, 31 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year.
Ball.
Not even close there. Ball 3. That one misses. So leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Substitution now at first base. Here's the White Sox pinch runner, number 21, getting some more speed on the bases. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. Man at second. And that one upstairs, ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Next to hit, Colson Montgomery.
This dude is on quite a run right now, Boog. So much swagger at the plate and a nightmare for opposing pitchers.
That one fouled off. 1 out and a runner at second here in the top of the ninth. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. In the dirt, blocked. Gets a piece and stays alive. Got him. 2 down.
It's talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. With all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Way inside. Hard hit, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The White Sox. Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the ninth, Sal Frelick up now for the Brewers.
Pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And it's going to stay a strike. So that removes their last challenge. Check swing, no appeal. Ball one. In the air to left center, Acuna on the move to the gap. And there's one away.
Up next for the Brewers, the center fielder, number 5, Garrett Mitchell.
Now a drag bunt, third base side.
Just foul.
And that's a foul ball. The 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Got him swinging. Just one out remaining for the Brewers.
Number 3.
2 down, bases empty. Joey Ortiz digs in now.
Ball. No.
Misses
ball.
with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. In there at the knees for a strike. And he walked it.
They're not ready to go home quite yet. This is a good situation if you want to try to steal a base. 9-hitter, and you're about to turn this lineup over, so get a little momentum as you turn it over.
Next offering is fouled back. One strike away. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
need you and your friends to show up at 10. We leave in a Benz truck. Uber Lux and some we rolled up. I know when the night is peak. When you relax and dance with me. Hands on your hip, move slow. Heart in my chest beat fast, but on the gas, I hope that it lasts. Love. You spin my heart around. Full 360. You spin my heart around. Full 360.
Little swagger when I step, walk in looking like a jet, feeling like a million, forgot about my rent. She be in the city, opposite of innocent. And Benny told up friends, to bring a friend. Took a girl from the to the podium. Other guys in here, high sodium. It's a lonely man, things ain't going as planned, but it's a real life. I protect my neck with necklace, she protect I rock for nexus. I forget that we got exes, seem like 3Q and ask me exes. Going peace signs in the L like Hendrix on the brains behind them all sad majestic. Is it super up to take us for a ride? I gotta dip real quick, let the course arrive. You spin my heart around, full 360. You spin my heart around, full 360.
If it feels like a spade, then call it a spade. And love in the day, by nighttime it changes. Spinning around with new faces. Dance floor like amazing. Lost in the mood, falling in love with you, you and you. It's fun when it's new, it's fun when it's new, it's fun when it's new until it's so news. 360.